How are you?
Yes, Ashia, you want to say something?
No, ma'am. I was just asking how are you?
I'm also about to help Ashia today. I think my BP is getting low.
Mm,
Yeah, no worries. Just take the class, okay? Okay. Ashia, it is.
yes, ma'am.
I'm just going to share with you some words, okay? Please try to understand the meaning, okay? Uh, I think you know, um, do you know clear-headed? Clear-headed? Meaning of
Clear-headed.
clear-headed?
No.
No. These are collocations, okay? I'm just going to teach you today. Collocations, I know you are quite familiar with collocations, right?
Yeah.
When two terms comes together, okay, they make
Yes.
different meaning and separately. Actually, collocations is means they words goes with them only, okay? There is a relationship, right? And they makes a entirely different sense, okay? That is collocation, okay? So if
Okay.
I say tall building, it's okay, right? So every word doesn't go with the means each and every word means they have some specific limitations, right?
Yeah.
So now
Okay.
the first word is clear-headed, right? Clear-headed.
Okay.
What's the meaning of this? It means thinking logically, thinking logically and clearly. Okay?
Okay.
Thinking logically and clearly.
Okay.
For example, someone is under stress. Okay?
Okay.
So he is just like encountering with different kind of problems, right? Means he is not at that stage where he can think clearly. Okay, so for example, if I say the person was in like in that kind of stress condition, so after a nap, okay, after a nap, the person felt clear headed and ready to continue. Okay,
Okay.
it means you have to just at that condition where you can think logically and clearly, there won't be any kind of ambiguity. Okay,
Okay.
now could you just come up with some sentences, or should I just give you some more sentences?
Okay.
Mm,
Um, I scheduled my English class in the morning because of I feel clear-headed in the morning.
okay, or can you say like I was clear headed when I means scheduled my English classes because I know at this time I'm free, right?
Yeah.
Now today you no need to take any stress at night, right? I know this. Okay, fine. You will be free. Okay, that's great. Okay, so like Asia, I feel that actually, if everyone approach some clear-headed means if clear-headed approach is there, so we can overcome every kind of challenges, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Or even though like you have experienced any setbacks, right? At that time, if you are clear-headed, so of course you can easily overcome that problem or those kind of challenges means later on you will be fully means resilient, right, to face such kind of challenges in your life because you are experienced now. So clear headed is something like just keep yourself like thoughtfully means thoughtfully you can take decision and many more things are there, okay? Means your vision should be clear, your thought should be clear, right? Clear?
Yes. Clear.
Okay, clear. Now, mm, number two, The uses of deep rooted. You must have heard this
Yeah, deep rooted.
collocation.
Something is very deep, yeah, like that. mm, deep rooted मतलब जो चीज बहुत ज्यादा
This
पुरानी
is
हो.
something is strongly established, deep
Yes.
rooted, right? You know, like we people follow our own traditions, cultures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, what is there? Like we are
They are.
following deep rooted traditions, right? What we have learned from our family, right?
Yes.
And always celebrate all those like festivals what we have seen since our childhood, right? We are just focusing following the same tradition
Mhm.
culture. So that is actually deep rooted. You know, our principles, our own like thinking, these should be also deep rooted. It doesn't mean like if other person in our surrounding they are feeling that it's not correct and you are not deep rooted, you think okay maybe I am also wrong, means it means you are not assured about your own thoughts, right? Ideas. So please
Mhm.
deep rooted, right? Please be deep rooted, okay? Like suppose what is called, mm, if we have deep rooted relationship, so those relationship can last long, right?
Yes.
Now got it? Deep rooted. Now please come. Your sentence, right?
Okay. So when my mother sending away my brother to another country, she was very worried. But I assured her that your upbringing and your values are deep rooted in him. So you should be should be clear headed about this, and no need to worked up so much. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it
Correct.
correct? Correct.
Yes, yes. Why not? Good, good. This example, and you have used both the collocations together, blended it. It's good. Now come up with another sentence in different scenario.
Okay. Um, um, okay. Nowadays, we are living in an environment where we see so many so many discrimination with women's, with the females. So, but the society the society is very changed though, but the the problem is very deep rooted. So it needs some more time, some more years to remove this discrimination.
Okay. So you used one of the terms that is woman's. That is women's,
So
right? It's not.
it's not yeah, woman. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It's a very silly mistake.
Okay. Now please read it out.
Yeah,
Read it out in your chat
woman,
section.
woman,
Okay. The first one is women. Say women.
women, women,
Women, women, woman, woman,
woman.
woman,
Okay, women,
women,
woman.
woman. Okay, no women's. Okay,
No.
okay. So now tell me, what is a deep-rooted tradition in your culture?
Deep rooted traditions
In your culture?
in your culture, in my culture.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
there are tons of deep rooted traditions. Sometimes doesn't make any sense, and some are good. Like one of the deep rooted culture or habit which I have when I like, that is when guest arrives. The when it's time to see off the guest, we go to with them to the gate and see off them. So these things I like this thing. But when we go some when we were in some other city, So I didn't see this kind of gesture, but I like very it's rude, rude, but it's not rude. But some not everyone follow this, but this is very kind when you go you know, when you go uh, with guest to the gate, to see of them. So it's look very kind and polite.
Exactly. And it also helps to deep root our relationship, right?
Yes.
With others. Hmm. Okay. So the next question goes for you, Arshia. How does physical health impact staying clear headed? How does physical health impact staying clear headed?
When you are physically strong, like yeah, some days you feel um, some days we feel not physically well. Just right now I have a fever and my throat is very sore. So it's uh, very difficult to stay focused and clear headed when your physical is well and you don't have any illness or headache or anything. You can focus on just one thing which is you doing right now, and you know you can be clear headed at that point and you give your 100%.
Okay, our next collocation is easygoing. Wait, wait. Easy going, right? Do you know the meaning of easygoing?
Yes. that- yeah, when someone is very polite, like not uh, like some person is very easygoing when someone is very um polite and kind nature. Someone has very kind nature, so that's mean easygoing.
Not exactly, Arshia. Easygoing is relaxed, okay, in every circumstances. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
if you are facing trouble, you are in some like in that condition, right? But still you are calm and composed. Your inside is calm and composed. It means you are an easygoing personality. Means like like some people they just get fumbled in such kind of situation, right? They cannot think, means they cannot understand what to do, what not to do, right? Means they find
They
themselves,
panic.
they find themselves in dilemma, right? What to do, what not to do, right? So
Mm.
they're like means how they react that completely changes. But easygoing personalities are quite different, right? They are always same, whether the moment is like you like euphoric or it is like troublesome. Got it?
Okay.
Easygoing, relaxed, they are always relaxed, right? Like you can say no, like Satgurus and some like, got it?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say very easygoing, right? So now, mm, that is like for example, uh, actually if you are making, right, if you are planning any kind of like like itinerary to move to go somewhere, suppose you have planned, I know like you have like motion like uh, problem and all, so it's okay, but I'm telling you like if you are making any itinerary, so you will try to make something easygoing itinerary, am I right? So you won't face that kind of problem issues, right?
Okay.
Or like sometimes we feel like the whatever we are planning, it should be easygoing so that we won't face any kind of problem. Are you getting my point? We won't
Yes.
struggle with the same. In that context also you can use easygoing, right? And
Okay.
we can say to, if you want to just like speak about someone's personality, so the person is very going, right? And everyone loves to talk with them, everyone loves to interact with that person because he's a kind of easygoing personality, right? So if someone is in stress, so if you talk with an easygoing personality, so of course you can he can show you the right path, right?
Yes. Okay.
So so that is easygoing, right? You can just use into context, right? So now I want to ask you, would you like to just make a sentence first?
Okay. Okay. My one of my uncles, uh, he whenever any situation, any circumstances happen, come, like we feel. Uh, so whenever my mother call him, whenever my mother calls him, yeah, whenever my mother calls him, he is such a clear-headed person that he he gives such kind of advice that my mother get relaxed, and like he's very easygoing person, and that strong personality and the vision which is uh, very deep rooted in him, because my mother always says that he's uh, always been like this. So this gesture, this personality is very deep rooted.
Okay, so you have used three collocations together, right? Good one. Okay, so now my question goes for you that uh easygoing, right?
Mm.
Mm. Okay, before that, I want to ask you, just tell me, do deep rooted habits make life easier or harder, and why? Do
Like
deep
it
rooted
depends.
habits?
It depends. If you have good habits that are deep rooted, that it's mean that habits will make your life easier. Would make your life easier. Would or will? I think would.
Would.
Yeah. Would your life make easier?
Because
Like
would you can use when you are sharing your perspectives and ideas, right? It's
yes.
would.
Okay. So if you have like you always get up early in the morning, eh? You know,
Mhm.
you don't eat junk food because it's in your family. They don't uh, ever use junk food, and they don't celebrate this kind of things, and you have this habit, like, so yeah, it's deep rooted, and you don't need to like uh, make you don't need to make extra effort to put this value um in your mind or in your no, in your routine to follow this. But there are some other people who are struggling with these things, like they are struggling to get up early, they are struggling to leave junk food. So it depends. If you have like some deep rooted, which I said earlier, like you have this thinking that no, that you do discrimination between boys and girls and women and men. So this is a bad deep rooted habit, and I personally observe this. If someone of age 40 and 50, they cannot leave uh, this this deep
Habit.
rooted thing, this habit. Though you would give them hundreds of examples and logical things that you shouldn't be do this, this is not right, but that is deep rooted. They cannot leave this thinking and
Because
this
like
habit.
that kind of thoughts and ideas always brew in their mind and in their heart, right? So
Yeah.
just because of that, they cannot overcome this problem. And actually, deep rooted means their faith is deep rooted in that, right?
Yes.
Means somewhere
Mm.
they trust it a lot. Okay.
Mm.
So now, Ashia, after having interaction with you, it's like been many days, right? So I want to ask you, like, I feel you are easygoing personality. So my question goes for you. How do you become more easygoing in stressful situations?
Okay. uh, so I wasn't like this always. I was never. easygoing person, but now I'm learning this thing that I, I'm learning this thing. It doesn't have been like what I haven't been like this. But to become easygoing person, you have to focus. You have to clear headed um, about the scenarios, and you have to think that happened in the past. That there are so many things you can take lesson from that things that you worked up so much about that scenarios. You think so many negative things about that story. Oh, this could be happened. This could be happened. This could be happened. But none of that thing happened. That was just in your head. So whenever something, some no, some bad situation come, so I always think that okay, this is just this is why I am thinking just negative. Just no, don't need to be always negative. Just think about positive, and yeah. So it's not like that always something bad happen, and I have this thing, this experience that. So it makes you easygoing. You always stay calm, and no, like 50% you stay calm. Okay, so no need to panic. Like cookie jar, that is a method which is called cookie jar by David Goggins. He was that you have to do the cookie jar. Cookie jar means whenever that bad situation come, you revisit that cookie jar and uh, take one cookie and see that yeah, something like this happened before, and you did it well. So this will become your strength, and you won't be panic, and this habit will make you easygoing person in a future. Like, yeah.
Of course. Actually, it is said like as you think you become, right? And of course, it is also true with our experience. We realized, means later on. It takes time, but eventually we can understand that actually what is there, Arshia, if someone is giving you gift and you are not taking it, it means what? It means that it is not going to impact you, right? Likewise, if someone like in your life is criticizing you, they are just using bad words and many more things are there, negative is there. If you are not taking it, it means it is not going to reflect means your thoughts and ideas, means you have to be yourself only, right? You know, to think about anyone. So if you can just keep yourself calm and composed in every situation, so nothing can just touch you, no negative things can just touch you, right? And yes, as for the same, we have to be what, we have to be strong and easygoing personality, and of course we should be clear headed, and at the same time we should be resilient, and related our perspective, we should be deep rooted, right? So nobody can just make any impact, negative impact in our life, right? Okay, Ashia, another question is for you. Can being too easygoing ever be a disadvantage? Can being too easygoing ever be a disadvantage?
uh, no, I think no one is too easygoing. Like when if too easygoing means you are not bothered, whatever will be happen, whatever would happen, something like that. If that is the case, so it would be dangerous, because you have um, the like our mind is designed like he always like this, that our mind always gives us negative scenarios, like this could be happen, this could be happen. So if you are too easygoing, and you are not taking anything seriously, so maybe it would be dangerous, because you have to, you need to take some precautions. And yeah, I think
Yes, actually, too much easygoing is also not good one, because like sometimes we have to take some right step at the right moment, right?
Yes.
So if you are feeling okay, let it be. What is happening, let it be. So it means you are not going to put your efforts, right? You are,
Hmm.
for example, like if you are not chewing anything, so how can you can just fill your stomach, right? So of course, if you are just facing any trouble, you should try to put your efforts, right? But at the same time, don't think about the result. Just focus on the process, what you are doing, and you should be like positive that whatever you are doing, if it is correct and you are on the right path, so 100% result will be right, positive for you, right? So but too much easygoing is also not, I think in this era it is not a good idea, because like if we know that the person is very easygoing, so means others, like they just try to take advantage of the same as well. So please, according to that, we have to just like rotate our, means we should circulate our ideas and all, but yes, be calm and composed. Our okay. Now, Ashia, mm, now the next is level head. Do you know level headed?
No, never had it. I don't know that.
Okay, it's four number, right? It is nothing but level headed means something is level. Level means calm and composed, right?
Okay.
Calm, composed, sensible, right? That is level headed.
So how it is different with easygoing?
Easygoing. Okay. So easygoing and level headed. Level headed, what is the meaning of this? Like it means calm and sensible, right? So to some context, right, both are equal. Okay, they just like figure out in the same way, but yes, collocations are different, right? Level headed and easygoing, you can say all are from the same domain, right?
Okay.
But especially like suppose like it is something like level headed, particularly I can say that suppose you are taking any decision, right? So
Hmm.
at the time, you have to be calm and sensible. What decision you are taking during crisis,
Hmm.
right? So
Okay.
you are taking the right decision. It doesn't mean like every other second you are thinking no. You're skipping your decision, right? You are just changing your decision, right? So it's not a good idea. So if you are level-headed, it means like you are fully sure about your decision. You are calm and you are full, means strongly, or I would say deep rooted towards your decision, right? I'm right. And another situation I can say, mm, suppose like you are a guide, right?
Hmm.
And you are helping to someone. Okay. So if you're guide and you are helping to someone, it means you are just giving your own ideas to other person, right? It means it is something you are showing him roadmap. Am I right?
Okay.
So at that time you have to be very sensible that your decision won't just means fall any negative impact on the other person. So being a sensible person, you have to take the decision and you have to be very calm at that time. Don't be overexcited, right?
Okay.
Every means you have to keep the mind every pros and cons whenever you are taking decision, because means if you are not calm, if you are not like sensible, so if it can be possible whatever decision you are taking, it may be wrong, right? So whenever you have to take any decision, so please check all the pros and cons of that, right? So that is called level headed. Level headed means someone who is very sensible, right? Calm and sensible. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
It is over means to means I would say It is similar to something like what you have learned, right? Easygoing and clear-headed. Yes, means all are correlated, right? There is not that much difference. You can use interchangeably, right?
Okay.
But it is like if you are advising someone, so at that time you can use like the person is very sensible, right? Knowledgeable, sensible. In that context, level-headed, you can use. Suppose in your surrounding, everyone is in panic condition, right? But at this time, you are level-headed and you are guiding them. Got it?
Okay. Okay. I now got it. So I have a friend. She is elder than me. She is very elder than me. Like she's 10 years elder. But her level-headed nature makes her a reliable friend in times of crisis.
Exactly. Because, like whenever we are in crisis, we really try to seek for those personalities who can guide us, right? Am I right? Because they are experienced personalities, right? And quite sensible. It is
Yes.
very like, it is like everyone is not blessed with such kind of personalities in their life. That's why they just, like, uh, I would say they get diverted from in different conditions, right? Situation. But of course, like if you have in your family someone who is level-headed, like your like grandparents and all who are quite experienced, so of course they can show you the right path, right? In every crisis, right? So it is something like you can connect with someone sensible and very like approachable, as well as like he has a great experience, right? Just because of his sensible nature and calm and composed personality, he can just come up with the right decision and he can show the right path, because he always like try to analyze the things by its pros and cons, right?
Ji.
Okay. Suppose like someone is like in between some kind of arguments, right?
Mm,
Eating up arguments are there. So at that time, what do you have to do? You have to just you have to be level-headed, right? Right? Which sensibly you can just overcome that situation, right? You won't allow to get that dispute more and more aggressive. Am I right? So how you manage that situation? So level-headed person, they have a good idea how to manage that situation. Okay, so that that situation won't become that much chaotic. Clear?
okay.
Yes. Now, would you like to come up any other sentence? Like particularly, just you just connect it level-headed with someone who is experienced. It can be any captain, it can be any leader, it can be any guide, right? Someone in our life, right? We require. Okay, and particularly we just connect it with some kind of crisis and struggle, right? Problems, and so it can be problem, can be anything. Like it can be financial problem, it can be any other problem. So yeah, you require some kind of coach in your life, right? Level-headed coach.
Okay. Uh, um, um, okay. It's important to stay level-headed when you're negotiating about any contract, or about or you are talking about in any students to their parents, to avoid making any impulsive statement. Okay, so it's very important when we are talking or discussing their someone's parents. Like I'm in a teaching profession, so it's necessary to level headed to handle the situation.
Yeah, sometimes like being a teacher, we definitely mingle up or connect with those parents who are like impertinent in nature, right? And at that time, we have to be like just stay level-headed, right? And another example, we can just come across like suppose, uh, you can just connect with any organization, any school issues, and anything, right? So they are like the head or the owner or the principal of the school, they have to be level headed, right? Because they come across many kind of like negative circumstances at that time. They have to take decisions in the right manner, right? So that it won't impact the life of the student as well, right? And at the same time they just try to guide the child. Hmm. Another example I can say, like suppose an organization is undergoing some kind of financial issues, so at that time they try to hire some level headed like people who can just give advice. They can just advise us, the level headed advisors who can advise them how to overcome that situation challenges, right? Especially companies just undergoing some kind of financial challenges, right? Got it? Or it can be anything related to production or anything. So they just come up with different ideas. How can just overcome that situation, right? Okay, fine.
I think
Mhm.
can we call it a day?
Wow. Okay. Not feeling good again.
Because I'm not feeling good, and you are also. So
It's okay from my end. It's okay. But if you are not feeling good, so do you want
yeah,
to go with anything else, or
no, I
you
think
want?
I will practice this sentence because no, now I have full days to practice this sentence. But what happened when I take class in the night after?
I
So I
got
will.
it. I got your point.
Mm,
I got your point. Now you can just have a conversation with any student or whatever you want to do. Keep on
mm,
practicing, right? So it's a
mm.
good idea. I'm also feeling like, yeah, it's a good idea because in the morning we are quite like enthusiastic, though we are not feeling good today because actually 2 days back, no, means yesterday, day before yesterday, I went to Shimla, right? So
Oh,
it was like the journey was continuous again. Like, yeah, I was not feeling good. So today I'm not feeling right now. Right away, I'm just feeling little bit, yeah, down. Okay. Okay, fine, Arishia. If you are not feeling good, so okay, you can leave. Okay, take care. Bye bye.
okay. Fine.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome. Yeah.
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.